Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look here at MATIC, seeing what's going on. We're just going to double check a couple of key factors. As we can see, we did not get our confirmation for that potential break above the cloud. So just to clarify, if you're kind of curious what these little X's mean, really just kind of trying to give you an indication of confirmational signs to buy in for a long position. Because again, most people are going to prefer to long than short. I don't recommend shorting this coin right now. We actually had the Ichimoku Cloud lagging span intersect with the price action, conversion lines above the baseline. We haven't established higher highs or higher lows yet, but we are in a position right now where we're trending towards the cloud. So again, mostly positive, still no confirmation either way, but we are confirmed to close your short position if you have one open. In fact, our trading bot, as a matter of fact, opened a long position, if I'm not mistaken, with MATIC this morning, because we did take profits from Solana to the downside and, of course, MATIC to the downside yesterday. Okay, so again, ETH, MATIC, Litecoin, and XRP, we all have longs open for that. Again, those are scalping longs. It's not to say that this is, as a swing trader, you're just going to go to the moon with it. You're going to be taking profit, 5-10% of the time. Okay, again, that's what my day trading bot does. You can follow that if you'd like. More information, cryptocash.tech, or go ahead and message me directly if you have any concerns with that. But we got a lot of new members. Make sure you read through our signals guide on our Discord. It does look a little something like this. Extremely important information. If you're going to be able to maximize your benefit, please ensure you read through that. All right, so taking a quick look here at the daily time frame, what we want to talk about is the benefit here of this coin. In other words, how well it's looking and how well it's not looking. Okay, that sounds funny, but let's talk about this here. So first of all, on the daily time frame, we got this MACD divergence. No surprise, that's pretty bearish. Stochastic is starting to balance itself out and looking like it wants to bounce. Okay, so we are in a good situation here. It's slowing its momentum to the downside. We did lose 50 on the RSI. That's not fantastic, but that's been roughly 3 days anyways. We already kind of know that. Money flow index is lagging behind, but still showing us we have money in the coin. So with there being a decent amount of money in this coin and us testing this volume profile here, we're right in that sweet spot of that range here where we could see a bounce. Not a guarantee at all, but still one of those things we got to be mindful about and recognize that this is, a strong likelihood of the price either bouncing or using that as a rejection point and continuing lower. Okay, so we're kind of on the precipice of greatness, but the key takeaway here is if we can close above 85.5 cents, preferably to say 86 is a round number, then we'll be in a good situation to be able to close above a previous resistance level, close above that volume profile, and just we want to pay attention to this level here. So it's not perfect by any stretch. I'm more so leaning towards the price continuing lower, but if we can get above this most recent high here at about 85.5, 85.3, we'll be in much better shape. Let's take a quick look here at the back-end liquidation data, kind of to see what's going on before we forget, and just kind of recognize a few things here too, because there's a pretty heavy concentration of shorts right here at about 90 cents even. Okay, so right 89/90 cents, we're looking at a pretty heavy concentration at that level. So just be mindful. That is something that could be a point of contention or a focal point there. We can already see some recent shorts getting erect here at about 83 cents. So it does look like it wants to continue higher. There is more at 84/85. This is just the last 12 hours here, but if you look at the bigger picture, 85 cents and 90 cents are the two areas there. And we'll see here soon if that happens. But again, we have to get above 85 first. Nothing's going to matter if we don't get above that. And the reason why is because we need to ensure that we are creating higher highs and higher lows. As you can see, we've got this lower low and lower high pattern where we keep breaking down, okay? Again, now you could consider this to be a bearish type of breakdown pattern, because again, typically when coins do this, they continue lower. So we got to be mindful of that. But at this point here, if we can break above that 85.5 the next couple of days, we might be in decent shape. A lot of this hinges on Bitcoin though. You got to keep in mind, I'm not planning to send much signals this weekend unless I have like ultimate confirmation on a coin for any long positions or shorts for that matter. Just because my swing trading community, I like to make sure that with hundreds of traders underneath me, I'm not only being responsible, but Monday, I believe with the whole Bitcoin ETF, all this whole week's going to be really crazy. So please just be careful, pump the brakes, trying to get too aggressive with trading this weekend. But you're better off missing a ton of volatility than you are getting destroyed by it. Okay. Again, it's a 50-50 thing. It's almost a flip of a coin. So at this point, please be careful and just treat the market with respect for the moment. Okay. Because again, it's a really weird, shaky place. Having said all of that, 4-hour time frame MACD is converging. That's typically a very positive sign. Okay, so we could have found our bottom here. We take a look at RSI. RSI is under 50, not great, but money flow index is increasing and above it. That's also positive. And of course, we can see here with stochastic swinging up, that's a good sign too. Okay, so again, we got 12 hours of bullish momentum. Not like nothing to write home about, but it is still a thing. We're below all 4 moving averages too. We got a lot of resistance ahead of us. Okay, so you do got to recognize taking a long position right now is just statistically more risky. Okay. Even though the payoff could be greater, it's still definitely risky. Okay. As much as I want to, take along with this coin, until we can establish some kind of break of this descending trend, we're not going to be having any luck. Okay. And what I mean by that is just you see lower lows and lower highs, right? Pretty consistent, pretty obvious. In order to break that trend, we need to go range bound first. Okay. And range bound typically means we don't bottom out. If we bottom out, we bottom out twice. In other words, the price comes back down here and bounces. That would be range bound. For right now, though, between these levels here, we can presume the price is going to be range bound until it isn't. Okay. So what typically happens is the price does this, and then it'll come up and it'll bounce off the most recent high. We're looking for something where we can break through that 85.5 mark and come back down to retest that level. Not only is that a key Fibonacci retracement level, we got a lot of volume there. We've also got situations where the most recent high rejected out, and if we can reject again, then we'll know the price is going to continue lower. So there's validations and invalidations we're looking for, but right now breaking, establishing range bound activity and then creating higher highs and higher lows is ultimately what you're looking for in order to feel confident and comfortable taking a long position. On top of all that, if we, just say we break all those patterns there and we are able to break this range bound activity, we'll be above the cloud too. What do you know there? Look, so the price goes like this, range bound, then at this point we'll be good to go. We could even see the price break above today, come back down to retest, and that would be good entry too. So again, I usually post that on my playout charts with these little X's and lines, just to kind of give you perspective of what I'm looking for some type of validation. But just to clarify, just because we break above 85.3 or 85.5 doesn't mean we're just bullish and everything is going to go to the moon. Okay. It just implies we're going to be on the right side of the tracks on the shorter time frames, and we want that to be able to mature into the larger time frames too. Okay. So again, never a perfect case scenario, rarely is, but at this point we are far from perfect, and MATIC is looking still fairly bearish. There's no other way around it. We still got this liquidity level down here too that needs to get swept. A lot of liquidity down here. Okay, so again, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to be an interesting one nonetheless. I'll post our playout charts here soon. Oh, this is extremely important. Be sure to check this out. Bitunix has a $1 million prize pool going on from January 15th to the 29th. You can register between the 8th and the 29th, of course. That's available, link down below, of course, for that. Check that out. But the key to this whole thing is if you don't use my link to register in the first place, which is available as well down below, you won't be eligible for these competitions, nor will you be eligible for this benefit. So again, awesome exchange, no KYC, no VPN. That's the main reason why we're using them, because a lot of our members are US and Canadian residents, and KYC is you-know-what, and they do not require that for the moment. So be sure to check that out in your own time. Absolutely look forward to working with you if you want to become a better trader. CryptoCash.tech is a site, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, follow. Deeply appreciate that, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.